हेलो फ्रेंड्स, केजी क्लासेस में आपका स्वागत है। आज हम आपको लॉन्ग आंसर क्वेश्चन 1 राइट ए नोट ऑन द कंट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ एडिशन टू द डेवलपमेंट ऑफ एसेस इंग्लिश एसेस और व्हाट आर द मेन करेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ द एसेस ऑफ एडिशन और राइट ए नोट ऑन एडिशन एज एन एसिस्ट। हेडिंग आंसर है हेडिंग इंट्रोडक्शन। Addison wrote poetry, drama and essay. What in his poetry was never great at any time, though it was graceful and scholarly. His play Cato was very much criticized in this age. If Addison's literary merits are judged on the basis of his poetry and drama, the readers would feel that he was an ordinary writer. His true contribution to the world of literature is found in his essays. In fact, he desired to reform the manners of his readers. Regarding this fact, a famous critic Long points out the most enduring of Addison's work are his famous essays to an age of fundamental coarseness and artificiality. He came with the message of refinement and simplicity. Heading है his characterization. Addison stand out remarkable in the art of characterization. His character sketch of himself as the spectator of Sir Roger D. Coverley, Sir Andrew Freeford, Bill Honeycomb are immortal characters. Before Addison, character writers went to the characters of the Greek Theophrastus for their model. Their characters are wooden and lifeless. What in the hands of Addison, and still this art became personal and intimate. Now, instead of catalogs of qualities, we have real men moving amid real senses and taking part in real incidents. In this character sketch, we have the seed of the novel of character developed later on in the 19th century. Though in the scattered paper of the spectator, we cannot look for that sustained interest which is essential to a novel. This large development in characterization must still be regarded as a stage in the development of the genuine novel, having a wide range of themes. The themes of the essays of Addison have a wide range. He has written his essay on moral, didactic, literary subjects. The subjects of his essays are neither philosophical nor profound, and also his treatment is not highly scholarly. All these subjects of his essays are closely related with human life. That is why the popularity of his essays increased very high even in his time. The aim of the writer was to attack sad manners and the bad taste of the 18th century society. Many of his essays have been addressed for the welfare of the young ladies. In his famous essay, The Aim of the Spectator, he comments, I shall endeavor to enliven morality with wit and to temper with wit with morality. Heading है as a satirist. These essays of Addison present the best picture of the 18th century society with its new social order and its many new interests. It is true that he is closely connected with the reformation of the society, and he uses positive satires in this respect. In his essay, he ridicules the follies of the society without hurting anyone. He never touches the particular follies of the particular person which can hurt any personality. He also attacked the behavior of young ladies and their fashion in the manner of pop and suit. Sainsbury point out, Addison's darts are as free from the poison of Voltaire and Pops as they are different, they did not even cut or pierce very deeply. Next heading is prose style. Edison's prose style has been respected as an inspiring prose style because Edison perfected English prose as an expression of social thoughts. Edison develops a style which has become very famous as the middle style. Dr. Johnson points out that Edison's style is always familiar and easy. That is why it has been called a middle style. In his impression language, his expressions are always clear, though he uses pointed sentences. Heading a conclusion. Edison set out as a social reformer and he wanted to bring wit and morality. His prose style has become a novel prose style in which he has used novel thoughts. He is certainly a prose writer of the first rate. Fowler comments, we are justified in regarding Edison and his friend still as the founders of modern English prose, and the large share of the achievement was that of Edison's. Edison's rank among the greatest of English essayists. Some of his essays, like the series on Paradise Lost, deal with literary criticism. What most people today read little from his pen except the Sir Roger de Coverley papers, which give interesting picture of 18th century life and manners. In fact, his literary reputation rests upon the essays from the Spectator. In the Tatler and the Spectator, we have the beginning of that genial intimacy of the writer and the reader, which was to find so rare a following at a later time in Elia, in Hazlitt, and in Thackeray, indebted to the great writers who preceded him. Edison, no nevertheless, has a manner quite his own, and it is obvious how deep are the obligations of the modern generation of essayists, in whom the personal note is predominant. Next question is, discuss Edison as a social critic, or write a note on Edison as satirist of the contemporary society. Heading a introduction. Edison, a famous essayist of English prose, has been recognized as a social reformer. In his essays, he describes his opinion about the contemporary problems. In it is fact that, like other prose writers of his age, he is also a satirist, but his satire differs from the satires of other prose writers. Many critics agree with the view that his satire is mild and positive. He uses his impressive prose style, in which he takes only common words so that the common people may understand it. In these essays, he always intended to reform the people by revealing a picture of a society and by ridiculing the vices of his society. Heading a social criticism. We find many of Edison's essays directed against the coarser vices of the time, against gambling, drinking, swearing, indecency of conversation, cruelty, dueling, and such other evil practices. Other attack the trivialities of life, social follies, and foibles of dress, of manners, or of thoughts. Other the lack of order and comfort in the life of the community. But Edison shows himself the most graceful of satirists. His essays serve as a vehicle for the formation of common sense view in matters social, political, and religious. His essays help to impart a moral tone to British society, which the license and dissoluteness of the Restoration age had made frivolous and cynical. He castigated the manners and foibles of society, never employing the heavy blood gun of Swift. In fact, he was the most genial teacher of wisdom to the pupil of his age. Heading है as a representative. Addison is one of the greatest representative writer in English prose. In his essays, he presents a vivid picture of the society in which he lived. His purpose was to reform the vices of his society. Therefore, in his essay, he describes the merits and the demerits of the 18th century society of England. For example, in his famous essay Sir Roger at Church, the writer highlights the vices of the church and the relationship between a squire and a person. Many critics agree with the opinion that Addison is certainly a critic of life and manners of his age. In this regard, a famous critic, K.J. Meehan, points out, as a representative, Addison dominated English prose as Chaucer and Pope dominated English poetry. Heading है as a satirist. Addison has been recognized as one of the best satirists of the 18th century in English literature. As a satirist, his purpose was to reform his society. In his essay, he always produced positive satire because he believed that social vices could be removed with the help of positive satire. He does not satirize any particular personality, but he always describes the general vices. In fact, he thinks of the whole society, not of a single person. In his essay, he discusses very common vices of his society in positive satire. A critic comments, he attacked all the little vanities and all the big vices of his time, not in swift, terrible way which makes us feel hopeless of humanity. Heading as a moralist. There are many literary figures in English literature who describe the social problem without presenting solutions for them. But Addison not only describes the social problem and the social vices in his essays, but also he suggests certain solutions for these problems and vices. In the essay Sir Roger at Church, he discussed the problem of the conflict between a squire and a person. In fact, such types of conflict was very common in the 18th century society of England. Addison pointed out that the conflict between a squire and a person will not be proper to the welfare of the common people. Addison himself recognized the fact that first of all he was moralist, later on the essayist. In this regard, the following lines of his essay Sir Roger at Church can be quoted. Feuds of this nature, though too frequent in the country, are very fatal to the ordinary people. Heading है as a reformer of the female vices. In the 18th century society of England, the young people were indeed in a sad state. In fact, the young generation had started to become artificial and to lead the artificial life. The young men and the young women often criticize the village life. These young people are in much artificial state and they paid their attention to the fashion, dresses and other artificial ways of life. The essays of Addison are concerned with the follies of the female world. The writer himself comments, if I meet with anything in the city court and country that shocks modesty or good manners, I shall use my power to make an example of it. Last heading, conclusion. The role of Addison as a social reformer is undoubtedly very important. He affected his society through the means of criticizing the follies and the vices of his society. In fact, he does not concern himself with the deep and serious moral question, but his achievement as a critic and as a reformer cannot be minimized. In this connection, Dr. Johnson points out, Addison not only made a proper use of wit for himself, but he taught it to others also. Thanks, best of luck.